So, we want to extend our attention and appreciation to Sister Marina Dennis and her husband, Mr. Henry Dennis, in the U.S. Miss Marina Dennis, we have come together to honor your mother because she has taken good care of you from the day you were born, along with your brothers and sisters. It is good to have a loving mother, a caring mother, a mother who is concerned. Mother Felicia Dion, we say to you, congratulations.
Good evening, folks. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much. Taking you to Greater Liberia. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much. Okay, let's stop this song here. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much. We want to welcome Bright, Francis Philip, Mohamedou Diallo. Thank you so much. Sila is marching in, of course. Mr. David Sibwit, Amos Joyce is here at our own LPR analyst. Thank you, and I'm quite sure the link is all out there. Fatu Clark, Figo FC. Is that a soccer club? Then tell me so I can join that as well. Command and account blessings. Kamale Corley, Henry Youngold, Priska. I hope I'm not causing trouble here to call names wrongly here. Ambassador Pee-wee answered. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Alfonso Zayan Sort of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. If this is the first time on this network, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. Just hit the share buttons and invite someone at your company. This is Lpr-Tv Live with the Analysts, of course, our own prime time listener, viewer, follower. Richard Hammond. Richard is here, to believe from Philly. Says, Richard, good evening, welcome. Mr. Dobbert, quite a long time from Philly right there as well. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Bala Pee-wee is marching onto Zion. We sincerely apologize for running a little bit late yet than usual, but it's better late than ever. And so we're going to get a program going right here and right now from Francois and Sort of the Liberal Public Radio. This is the rhythm that introduces the program. Chucky is in the house. Welcome to the show. Good evening, good evening. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. I'm Alfonso Zain. So right here, this beautiful evening here is 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to welcome. This is Lpr-Tv Live with the Analysts. The Analysts will be here very shortly for us to scramble to discuss issues of national concern, of course, and you will be part of that. It was the fault of the labor that I left my device, and so the phone line wasn't connected, but I guarantee you, it is activated. It is here to no more forgetting. So it's right by me, and we're going to put that up. This is Siliki Kamarata. Good evening, good morning, depending on your location. Mato Tamandavi. We say thank you so much for being here with us. If this is the first time, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. You are on the official news outlet of the Liberal Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We bring you news, information. Entertainment is less entertaining here because there are a lot out there. The entertainment industry is just over the top. So no need of us adding something. We must have an informative conversation. To Walton Cato of scientific political analyst based in the Constitution State of Connecticut. A strong die-hard edition. Welcome to the show. The link is all out there, hopefully. And of course, the liberal, Cecil Goyo, the Minnesota-based politician, Amos George from the ANC wing of Georgia, the place usually where they try to circumvent elections result. Donald Trump era. Mr. Davis Clarence is here this evening. So good evening to welcome. The commitment of our folks on this network here is amazing. And believe me, we learn from you every day, every night, every evening as we find ourselves here having this national conversation. And what we really appreciate is that we tend to discuss the issue, not necessarily personality, but there's some sort of correlations when we need to have credible people, then that's where personality, little issue comes into that. But we more or less focus-driven conversations is what we like to keep on this network because that is much better. So what set us apart from other network is we don't usually go your way to how you want it to be, say, how you want the story to be told. We tell the story, we make it fair, balanced, proportionate, and give everybody the size of the story. We do not intend, and we will not leave no voice behind. This is why we always have an activated number here where you call. Trust me, you have the right to disagree with us, what we say. Believe in your own strong political ideology, but we try to do the best we can. And so when I'm here, unlike the liberal who try to control the voices of the people, that's the typical behaviors of politicians. Should I say African politicians or third world politicians, whatever it is, or Liberian politician. If you don't agree with them, if you have a different view, different opinions, they don't listen to you because they feel you are not on course with them. You two different languages coming into place, and they do not like that. But we have to do it. A lot is unfolding. We here this evening, as usual, to bring you the news, and of course, we're going to put this number out here, like I said, so that you will be part of the talking point here this evening. You can subscribe with us, Lpr-Tv, to live on Facebook, on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Simultaneously, the broadcast is really on our official website via the audio, that is www.republicradio.com. So there are multiple ways, and we intend to do more to create a leverage where you can be able to form part of our conversations, of course. So if you're just walking in, we say good evening. Thank you for sharing your evening, to your morning, to your afternoon with us. It's about Liberia. Do not get into feelings. Emotions, sentiment should not take you away. Because what we are talking about a sovereign nation. The country is one of the oldest in the republic. But how are we doing? Is it a country that having a problem, or is it the inhabitant? This is a convoluted conversation that people find it very difficult to understand. We want leadership, this president, that president, or we're calling for some sort of change. Change is just an ordinary word. What will perfect the change is our attitude, our conversations, our talking point, the proclamations that we make. SB, good evening. Welcome. I'm not sure whether you're back, but if you are back right here in the US, we say good to have you back here, Teresa. Good to join us here. So we're going to have these conversations. It's going to be a painful one because you might not like some of the things that we're going to be talking, because you also in the business of protecting your own little alligators, those political leaders that you have them, you call them as well. That is unfolding. Let's get to the issue here. If you've been monitoring since last night, my phone line, mine, it's been buzzing crazy. The WhatsApp line is already loaded with video. I'm not sure if you're monitoring the information, what is coming from inside the West African state of the Republic of Ghana. We've been working phone lines, try to get in touch with the embassy, the Ministry of Information, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and not much is been coming out. But all hell is breaking loose in Kambuduzand, if you are not aware. And we're going to be bringing you some raw images. We are making plan to have the leadership there. We managed to get reach out to the leadership, and we are hoping, if all goes well, possibly, because of the time zone, we couldn't do that, but we are hoping to do something special. Hopefully they get that confirmation. But a lot of our followers, interestingly, we have the follower of LPL outside of USA, Africa as a whole is huge. I find it very interesting to be in such. But Kembud Zion, heavy demolition exercises is ongoing in Budurbura. Liberians, refugees are on the run. People now seeking shelter in churches and in schools. That will not even help the situation. LPR guy James Tania is in Cape Mount County on the fact-finding mission. What is going on there? It's just crazy. Oh Lord. Let's do a quick rendezvous here on some of the news making headline. Child opposition leader killed in armed attack on party headquarters, government says. Man moving, woman dropping, water dry, fish, fish. It's so crazy and difficult to be an opposition in Africa. UN calls on Ghana not to sign the anti-LGBT bill into law. This is how the West can penetrate our system, the governance system. And this is where the stagnations and holding foreign aids come in. They want us to go their way. Whatever life that they live, they do not value our culture. Now, UN calls on Ghana not to sign the anti. So the one, whatever the practice here, which is okay, so they should leave ours. Now this is going to be a big deal, because if you don't agree with them, trust me, that will be an issue. The war crime court is also breeding. We don't know here. It's yet to verify. I hope the government of Liberia, people they want to speak to that this Sunday, Everybody's trying to glue to what's going to happen Sunday. PYG going to be saying. What? Welcome to the show, to the analyst. The link is all out there. You can join the conversation. In the meantime, there are people here who help us to keep the wheel of this industry turning. And so we always like to play this commercial. Why I don't even want to advertise with us? Some of you get businesses. We don't just want to beg free money. Not that we don't have cash out of Zelle, but we say it and I will stick to my word. Before we ask, we have to show some sort of progress being made by ourselves before we can ask for help. We will definitely ask, but LPR is not one of those network every morning, every afternoon, every evening, Zelle cash out. We will not be Omen Baker. We will ask, and when we are asking, we want to ask for a legitimate cause, something that will show you. And this is why we're taking our own time to do it. We are in a competition, but we value quality than quantity. And so this network, I would say, is one of the oldest. What is guy name from Philadelphia? And then D Flow now, who also took aside librarian to Destiny Debaters. Those days there were no live screens. We used to do this thing through a special conference. And that's it, Newton. Good evening, welcome. That's what we used to do. Who have chose to get this network in any of the columns of these political parties. Many of them reached out to us, reached out to me personally. They wanted us to use them. But we decided to create a corridor where people will be able to have voice, to speak, where there will be a public network. That would not be the soundbite or talking point for either the government or the opposition, but creates a playing level field. That's how it should be like. So we take seriously what we do. So Regina G, good evening, welcome to Randall. We want to thank you so much. Again, like I said, if you want to be part of this conversation, you want to be part of this talking point, except that we do not have money to pay people. Those that you see here every evening, night here, they are the ones that are helping for the upkeep of this network. Unlike other people that pay people, well, we are hopefully it will reach that level. And like I said, our competitions is quality, not quantity. So we want to take our own time. We are not going to sell our soul to the devil, so that at the end of the day, where we need to talk, we cannot talk. Then we are doing more harm to the country. Let's take a quick commercial break here. Some of the programs that are held on this network here that you can also listen to. Mazola Gizi, dancing the guy every Sunday, the guy who can be rocking his shoulder. I don't know whether he drink faster energy or local Z, where he gets that energy from, but he always in gear. Let's take this quick commercial break, and I will be right back.
Hello listeners, this is Mazola, the lover boy. I'd like to invite you to this exciting program. It is called Dancing for Jesus. It is intended to play beautiful inspirational music to help you turn your life to God. Join me on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our way of showing appreciation to God for the good things He has done for us and continue to do. Don't miss this opportunity. Join Mazola Gizi on every Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the program Dancing for Jesus. Please be there because I will be here to rock it up for you. Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are Liberia Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products. and provide live coverage of all events such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-3337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your calls and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services and your friends in business.
Okay, there you have it. Those are some of the services that we render here. The Glamour is in the house. Mr. Slanga, good evening. Welcome on the official news outlet of the Liberia Public Radio. Thank you for sharing your events with us. Glasgow, Emmanuel, Abdullah Ba. Okay, let's have a conversation. A lot is going. Our attention is being drawn in neighboring Ghana. Liberian refugees. Ghana is where I also transited before coming to the States. So for most of you and most of us, directly, indirectly, and friends, family members, I went through Ghana. As you know, the civil war came out of the West Coast around and beyond the West Coast. Liberian fled in all directions. Ghana Bunumbura is one of the favorite refugee camps that hosted hundreds, thousands of Liberian refugees. This tension been breeding for quite a while when Ghanaians asked the Liberians to leave. What? It started as far as the Helen Johnson's leave and that of President George Weah. This spilled over now, incoming president Jose Newman Boyka. As we all said, government is all about continuity. So what is going on in Ghana as we speak? Since the beginnings of this week, for most of you who are social media free, scores and many of our followers who are also based in Ghana, been feeding always some information. So based on those information, we decided to validate their information. All efforts to get officials to address this issue did not materialize up to this broadcast. We try reaching to the Ghanaian embassy, the Liberian embassy near the capital of Accra. Officials at the embassy were tackling. We try reaching at the Ministry of Information, Republic of Liberia, if they are aware of what is happening, what Liberians are currently experiencing in Ghana. Heavy demolition exercises. The refugee camp was engulfed early dawn, starting Monday, Tuesday, and even today. Demolitions is ongoing. Liberians in schools, currently in numbers, are currently displayed, seeking refuge in churches and schools. While we are being told those places are not even safe haven. So what is going on? We try contacting the UNHCR. We have been told they have scaled down, and so the high commissioners, there's a special board of commission now is responsible. What they are saying, they are about to embark on national development, and the Liberian was told to leave. The government of Liberia is in the loop of all of these issues, and what are they doing? Well, we are making plan to have the community leadership here tomorrow if all goes well. But there are a lot of disturbing images that we are receiving. The handicaps, the elderly, children, women, men, they are all on the run. So there are a couple of videos here we have out here. We're going to play them and we're going to be getting your reactions. There's a mixed reaction depending on who you talk to and what they say. But your people is just your people. Is the government of Liberia still prepared to deal? Do we have the capacity to repatriate those Liberians in Ghana? I don't know. Is anybody paying attention to what is the conversations? Was the government, previous government, and this government, are they aware that such an exercise are going to be executed? And if so, who knew what was coming? Most of the folks said they didn't know. Well, that's their side of the story, but we have to go beyond to find out the truth. But let's see here. Let's see some of the images here, courtesies of some of our followers inside Ghana. The follow Liberia Public Radio share these images with us. Let's watch and see.
Of displays, the number of displaced refugees that have nowhere to go. See them. See them. These are food people cooking and drinking to get them to eat because nowhere to even stay and cook.
So that's the saying of the famous Buddha giant, Bujumbura Kiambe. Whether it's still going to be Bujumbura, we have no ideas. Let's watch some of these images.
Why they storm now? They are starting from the 18th tomorrow. Yeah, they said they're going to take that thing from down there. Drinking alcohol, doing prostitution. Doing prostitution. I say no Liberian prostitution here. We don't have prostitution among us. So they want to get rid of all the places. So I beg you, be aware.
That video, that's the latest one. The community president, Mr. Guyon, Daniels Guyon, we'll gotta make sure the last name is Guyon, of course. We are making preparation to have him here to get an insight, but we yet to get an official comment from the government of Liberia. That's part of our attempt to get their side of the story to what they were informed to tell their citizens to return home, or because the Ghanaians, they said the war is over. If you want to stay there, you either go through the integration process. That means you have to live with among the Ghanaians, and they are not actually considering a camp again officially under the watchful eye of UNHCR as the refugee camp. Let's watch this.
It's another day in Ghana for us. Ghanaians just woke up this morning and begin to demolish our home. Here are we right now, outside, putting things together. The exercise has begun. They are breaking the camp without letting us know. They just walk on us early this morning. Now everybody's going to have to start of nowhere to sleep. What will we do now? We need the outside world to see this. These are Liberian people in the streets in Ghana. With the brown refugee camp. As you can see, Liberians are packing their things. Liberians are packing. Liberians are outside. Things have gone to another level. What can the world say about this? What can you people say about this? What can Ghanaians say about this? What is going on? We are Africans. Here is an African ECOWAS nation where another African nationals are living, and you are breaking houses on them without doing anything about it. You are saying anything without the government present. No government official present here right now. They are just doing it on their own anyhow. They are breaking camp. Liberians are outside. Please share this video. Please share this video. Please share this video. As you can see, Liberians are moving up and down. Nowhere to go right now. Nowhere to go. We have nothing to say right now to the Ghanaian people. We have nothing to say to the Ghanaian people right now, the Ghanaian government. There's nothing to say to them. We are just here right now. We want you to see.
We are just here right now. We want you to see this. These videos, there are tons of them that we have. Some of them pastors, some other people were really. We cannot say, we cannot confirm to say as to whether the government of Liberia. I was informed, or the governments of Ghana, but I know refugee camp, a famous place. No one from out of the blue sky would just walk in. So we don't want to be judgmental here. We don't want to set our emotions. Why it is true, it's an emotional event. And that's a question to ask. The Economic Community of West African States is a union. People should travel, but every country has its own law as well. Now, so I'm wondering, I would try our best to see if we get a word from the government of Liberia, even the embassy in Ghana. Called there multiple times today. Staff for that, they are tight-lipped that the ambassador was in there. I talked to people from the camp. We learned that the ambassador went there as well. But what next? He's there, and the following day, they went there. The demolitions continues. Up to even this evening, people are displayed. So what is going on? Where are we as a people, as a nation? Who? This is what you get, and this is what we. It's like, can the government of Ghana? No, not Ghana, or does the government of the Republic of Liberia have the capacity? So it's too much going on. Well, the liberal progressive is here. I'm not going to be like him. I'm not going to silence him. I'm going to bring him back. I'm going to be sharing these videos. We intend to have a conversation to speak with the leadership to get their side, and hopefully even from the Ghanaian authority, the level of discussions, even from the government of Liberia. But yeah, we have the government of Liberia also have their own drama ongoing in in Grand Cape Mount County. Let me just, I'll play that and I will bring in the Liberal. The Liberal Progressive, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. So. Thanks for the show. We're here.
This is not the Liberal that I know.
Yeah, it's just the kind of news that are coming from Liberia. It's disheartening and it's very difficult to take, to be honest with you.
And not just on the Liberia, more to be added onto Liberia. I'm not sure whether you following to what is happening in Ghana as well, the demolition exercise that is going on. Kiam Budubura is now on edge. Liberia, we're just playing some of the videos. We'll try reaching out with GOL to see whether we could get a reactions, if they are aware, and if they are aware, we're going to be happening. But let me just play this other video to the tension. Our correspondent, our guy, is spending the evening in Grand Cape Mount County with this whole land mining demonstrations that we are hearing. There's fatality already been reported. But let's play our man James Tannon arrived early dawn in Grand Cape Mount County, and he files in this report. We wanted to kind of like get him, but as you know, Tanadena is already late and the network is so bad. But this is one of the videos he saw when citizens gathered to express their disagreements. Let's roll this tip, Liberate, and we will have a conversation. Let me move this guy here. In the meantime, let's play this one here quick.
To Grand Cape Mount County with immediate effect, and the citizens call on 14 that BMMC turn over the country general manager positions to Grand Cape Mount County with immediate effect, and the citizen call on President Dr. Joseph Nimon Braka to appoint Mr. Sandowin, trust of the people. 15, that President Joseph Nimon Braka appoint the former community relations superintendent as government relation or reporting manager to BMMC operation with immediate effect, trust of the people. 16, that BMMC turn over the community relation advisor and superintendent position to the affected community to recommend one of their qualified members with immediate effect. 17.
So So this is so people, we get a lot of we get a long way to go. It's like people giving ultimatum. They telling government, and this is what we want. This is what should be done. And if it is not done, I'm not sure what going to be the reaction. But even just this evening, I was told by one of my senior brother, this incident that took place in Cameroon, one of our own cousin, son, just less than not even. I don't think he has gone 6 months. The daughter passed, and we are just hearing that his son got killed in this incident, this violence that just broke up. One man was getting his shower, how to get outside bathroom, and some bullet came and just took him. Just straight bullet, taken by, and that was it. Liberals, good evening. So welcome.
Thank you, Mr. So.
So it's like a bridge over troubled water. So we're saying what is going on in Ghana. We have uncertainty, tensions mounting. What this brings into mind, Alice Tyler, there are other folks' names being mentioned now. Why are these companies, our lawmakers, going into concessions? They're in government, different parties. Why are they not, for God's sake, why are they not putting the interests of the country first and foremost? The very people that they represent is all about themselves and forgetting to know that these things are going to come out. Like you rightfully said, time has significantly involved. So that sort of way of suppressing people to be controlling, to regulate people's life as if like a little toy children play on their play game using the remote. That's not going to happen. People are now very open up, they seeing what is happening, they knows the realities of today's event, things that happen. How can they say? I listened to the press conference and some of the things that was talking, even Jeremy Appiah, the Minister of Information. There were some other things he said that I do not agree with. But this is a very serious issue. What's investigation? We learned that which is a very initial, that's a very good thing to do. But what would be the end? What happens after investigation? We have been having investigations, and when investigations are concluded, you don't even know whether it's concluded. No good people are not being held accountable. Now, some of these people, the names that we are hearing, those are people that are being elected. Those are people that cut deals with the people to humiliate their own very people that voted for them, people that they should be able to represent.
Yeah, Mr. So, we have to come out here to have these conversations. But tonight is not one of those days that I will consider myself in the best of mood. This is very bad.
This is the time. So this is where you and I we can fall apart in a split second. This is the time you're supposed to be in the mood, and that's how it becomes dangerous when you take side. Then you get a tie on. So I urge you, be in the mood. Do not have to add pain to the people, because the viewers, the listeners count on the media war, even when bullets flying, to go there and tell the story. So don't bring your sadness here. I'm not with you on that.
Mr. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The issue for me is that we were out here, and it's not just me. It's about Liberians. Just a few months ago, not even 3 months, we saw Liberians walking in waist-high water to display their patriotic behavior towards their country. And now we're going to have few people, because that now that they are being elected, to hijack the process.
Hmm.
And Liberians do not have the means, and nor do they have the will to recall these people. And so, you know, for us, we'll just be America. Even though I'm doing good, I'm living well. God bless me with health, and I continue to pray. You know, I'll be working. I go to work. I will make money. That's not the issue. But what's about the people back home? When would they have some sort of a good life for themselves?
But quickly here, did I hear you saying people hijack the process?
Of
Who are
course
you?
they have.
Who are they? Who they?
The senators, the representatives. Listen to this young man, the list he was reading. You think those former superintendent, the names that this young man was calling, you think that was done in isolation? No. These are the people that are pushing these children to go and do these kinds of stuff. Why in the world were you, even as bad as B Mountain is, why in the world would you tell a company, a private company, that we want you to turn over your manager or whatever it is to be from somebody from Cape Mount? Yes, the people from Cape Mount, I feel bad for them. But here's what these young men they need to understand. Whatever that is benefiting Cape Mount also benefit Liberia. You cannot put your interest above the country interest. And this is because they have hijacked the process. Look what's happening with Alex Tyler's name being dragged in this other stuff again. When will we even learn to get out of these things? So, Mr. So, look at this young man that they whooped to death from the LE stuff that we heard today. I didn't tell you this. 2 weeks ago, my son was arrested for the same meter issue for which they killed this young man today. He was taken to the police station. As God could have it, immediately when it started, he called me and said the people are here, but I didn't steal anything. I told him, don't put on no resistance. Just go with them. Whatever area they're going to take you, go there. And he went to the station. And as God could have it, I was able to talk to Mary Blood and explain to her. I sent this young man the money to buy the meter. But then the young man, when he went, the people at the LEC point to another guy who, when they stick the LEC people go and take this meter and give it to people in the community to sell. So now, after one of the LEC people sell the meter to my son, they said my son stole somebody's meter, and then he was able to point out to the police and the LEC who he got the stuff from. Come to find out that person was an employee of LEC.
But who you think? Who you talking about?
You gotta be consistent. To walk, and he walked out after keeping him for almost 10-15 hours. Later on, he left. So what happened if he had been beaten up and killed just like this the young man today? This is Mr. So I don't know what's going on. I've really I'm just about ready to give up on this country, to be honest with you. And just say, let me live in America, let me stay in America, and let me be America.
Okay, so this will stop you from dancing reckless dance.
Mr. So please let us
no. That's part of no. What?
It's tonight. It's a very. Let us don't talk about it. Dancing business and things.
No, that's what we're talking about.
No, but Mr. So, let me come at you wrong, Mr. So.
No, I'm wrong.
Yeah. What the man dancing got to do with what's going on?
No, this is why you got to do it. Get a greater portion when we are holding people. It is time for people to be held accountable. When you come, you dance one day, and the other day, then you stay sad. People will not take you serious.
But dancing doesn't mean that people cannot be accountable. Dancing doesn't mean that people cannot be held accountable.
No. You appreciate. I mean, you have your right. That's my opinion. I'm saying when I come here, when things are happening, what I support, when it's good today, it doesn't mean it's going to be good tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Now he's talking about giving up. Don't give up. It is time to step up your game. The liberal progressive. Emo George, good evening. Welcome.
How you doing, Mr. So?
All right. So there are complex things all over the place. Places here. I think you heard what is going on in Ghana as well. It's horrible. All night, last night, today, and all of that. Even with the embassy, I was just playing some couple of videos. Most of our people that are following, I just couldn't believe it. Talk to multiple people. I'm trying to see if possible to talk to the community leadership. But Bunumbura is literally gone. Area A is gone. They are moving now towards how you call it, the U area. I tried reaching out with the Ministry of Information in Liberia today. No response. The ambassador in Ghana as to whether so. I mean, things just kind of the partying. What's going on?
Now let me do small history here. It is sad for what happened with Bunumbura, but our people are responsible.
Which are the people?
Those on the camp.
Or the residents or the government? Which one?
The residents. It may sound a little bit hard, but we have to face reality. I think we're doing President weird time. The Ghanaian government said people should leave that camp. People cannot integrate into the society. There should be no more refugee camp. They said that Liberians there, you want to live, you can integrate into the society. They said it. During George Weah time. That time, it started that thing. Then it came down, and the government said that they are giving every Liberians, those who wanted to go home have been repatriated. There's no more war in Liberia. If you don't feel safe, if you think you're not safe, you can apply to UNHCR to find a third country for you. But they said that people who live in there have the right to move into the country, to disintegrate into the community, into the society. It was at their will. So they are not refugees again. They are not refugees again. If you feel that you don't want to go to Liberia for any reason, it is your right. All you got to do, go to the UNHCR and apply for a third country. So it is hard, but it is not time we face reality. The government of Ghana warned us and told every Liberian that they should leave that camp. It was no more refugee camp. And people were given the will to integrate into the society. If you want to stay there, you can.
You have to be integrated within the Ghanaian
society. Yes, they said it.
Society, whatever.
So this is what happened today. When I decided to order this week, someone started sending me the video. And the person called me and said, look, this thing was just a matter of time. The people, years back, they told Liberians, they told the government
the chiefs
that this camp should be closed. The refugee program has come to an end. Liberian who doesn't want to go home, they have the right. They can find themselves in Ghana anywhere. They can become citizens. They can do anything. But the camp, no, they quiet down, and our posts start down there. Now, what is happening? I think the number to that camp is about 1,500 Liberians. I was hearing the guy, the other day, the guy from Ghana was saying about it. The people in the camp, Liberians are there. It's about 1,500.
Likewise, I was just playing some videos. Let's take a review on some of this again and see.
Yeah.
Beginning to demolish our homes. Here are we right now, outside, putting things together. The exercise has begun. They are breaking the camp without letting us know. They just walk on us early this morning. Now everybody's going to have to start of nowhere to sleep. What will we do now? We need the outside world to see this. These are Liberian people in the streets in Ghana. With the ground refugee camp. As you can see, Liberians are packing their things. Liberians are packing. Liberians are outside. Things have gone to another level. What can the world say about this? What can you people say about this? What can Ghanaians say about this? What is going on? We are Africans. Here is an African ECOWAS nation where another African nationals are living, and you are breaking houses on them without doing anything about it. You are saying anything without the government present. No government official present here right now. They are just doing it on their own anyhow. They are breaking camp. Liberians are outside. Please share this video. Please share this video. Please share this video. As you can see, Liberians are moving up and down. Nowhere to go right now. Nowhere to go. We have nothing to say right now to the Ghanaian people. We have nothing to say to the Ghanaian people right now, the Ghanaian government. There's nothing to say to them. We are just here right now. We want you to see this and spread.
See the number of displaced. The number of displaced refugees that have nowhere to go. See them. See them. These are food people cooking and drinking to give them to eat because nowhere to even stay and cook.
Now,
So,
you see,
and
yeah, and Mr. So, we have to be very honest. You cannot tell anybody that those are refugees. You have three
governments.
Three government in Liberia. The problem in country, yes, there's no warfare. You have three successful elections. The people told all that time that these people must integrate into the community. But this camp will be shut down. And remember, there's a presidential election coming up in Ghana.
Right.
So it is hard to talk, but sometimes we just got to say the truth. If you are in Ghana, you own Bujumbura, you're not working. You don't have ready to back home. What is the need? If you are not going to school, you're not working. Well, what are you doing in our country for all those years that you can't go back home? If you are working, you will not be seen on the camp. The king they gave at the time the UN will repatriating people, they gave people opportunity, pay your way to go back. Some people they were not leaving. I mean, that's their right. You can't force anybody on a UN ACR refugees. You can't force anybody. But what I'm saying, if the people have told you people, the only option you got now is to go to apply for a third country.
Asylum.
Asylum.
It's at their own discretion. So we went through
they
that.
know that war is not fighting in your country. You had 3 elections. So how now, if you have to start accepting the government that in power is coming after you and you can prove that. If you can't prove that, they will not grant you that status, a third party, a third country. Because they will say your country is safe. So you stay in Ghana, you are there at will. Now the government, that land that has always been questioned. You know, if you anybody live in Ghana, you know about that land business. The people from day one, The day Jeroboam put that place, people have been fighting to get that land. They have built all around it. They have been fighting to get that land, to move the people. And the last time, I think what 20-something when I inside, they say, hey,
yeah,
you people should leave the camp. There's no more refugee camp here. If you're on your own, you can either go into the society. I know the human side.
It's a sort of
yes. Yeah, the human side is there, but this is the reality now. There's an election coming in Ghana, and I don't think any of the, like Kofo do want to get into that thing now because it's tough on him. So, what will happen now? I heard the press secretary today saying that they are getting in touch with the Ghanaian government and the ambassador in Ghana. And all I will tell them, get some buses and send it to Ghana. Those who want to come can come. And those who doesn't want to come can stay. That's the only alternative right now. So right now, I think they just brought a new bus come there in Liberia. I think it's all the buses. Yeah, the government can pay them and send them the camp to get those people back to Liberia. Maybe they can come. While they can come, if they say you got nowhere to, they can maybe find one place based on time you can be there while you try to adjust yourself. But you can't stay in the country. The people have they're breaking up and they're not going to stop. So
yeah, I mean,
they're not going to stop.
Other video here, and the people.
This is the first time they have gone and they're not going to stop. They're going to demolish that place because somebody pay money now. They want to develop that place.
Yeah.
So the people got to go. So it is a sad thing, but some of these things sometimes we overlook it. We say, oh, the people, my man, the people not doing anything, and that's not Liberia. That's a different foreign country. You call it ECOWAS. But if you're integrated in the Ghanaian society and they decide to harass you, to deport you, that's a different thing. You've been there all the years. They are not doing anything to you to say the people didn't want us here, but they told you people, hey, you can't stay here permanently. It's not indefinite. You got to get out. We allow you people to integrate into the society, and if people want to take advantage of it, fine. If you don't want to take advantage of it, that means you'll be there at a will. And this is now what's happening. Even if that's it, if the authority can tell you people to move, where will you go? You got nowhere to go. So I think I would just say to one of my boys, the best solution is to send buses now to Ghana, and those who want to get out, let it get out and come back to Liberia. That's your country. You got some friends, you got relatives, some kind of way. Nobody now can say they ain't got some kind of relative in Liberia. So.
Okay, Lebron.
Yeah.
I know I'm there, but that's a reality. I feel. But this is what is happening now.
This is what happening now. Complacency, defiant, want to have our own will.
Yes.
And the Ghanaians and the Ivorian, when they say they are doing this, forget it. They will. Not just only the government, the citizen, they can start they will start even acting that there's no way that the government
can. So let me just tell you a short story. One I came, I think what 2020. But when that was the last election with Rollins. So every week, almost every day, they will find a body in Accra. I was living in Accra, female body, part missing. Nansuma, they had a Liberian nightclub there. Little black money, but where they used to park there, must do everything, man. One morning, I went to Tema. Came from Tema, stopped at Circle. When I sit down in one of the booth, a Canadian guy came to me and said, hi. I said, how you doing? He said, are you an airway man? I said, no, I'm not an airway man. Because airway that ruling tribe. Most of them light-skinned people. So I said, no, I'm not an airway man. He said, what are you? I said, oh, I'm a Liberian. He said, no. You look at airway man. I said, no, bro, I'm not an airway man. So I said, but what happened? You say you're a Liberian? He said, yeah. He took a ID. He showed to me. You're a journalist. He said, do you know what happened to Nansuma Jail? I said, no, I don't know. He said, have you listened to the news? I said, no. He said, well, you know the Liberian spot in Nansuma? I said, yeah. He said, they just burned it down. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, so I'm telling you, if you live in the camp, try to get out of the city. Or if you live in your farm, wait and go home, because somebody, if maybe they hear you talking, somebody can attack you. But I just wanted to know, because I got so many Liberian friends, so that how can I left, I went home. That weekend I went to camp, Mr. So the Liberian people had arrested, I think 2 or 3 guys. They said they arrested them in the camp that night and turned them over to the police. And the police released these guys on the camp, Mr. So. The people started demanding that the police will produce the guy, because they've been accusing Liberian doing killing, and now they arrested 3 people who are not living in the place. They don't know where it came from, and they turned on the police and police received them because of Ghanaian people. You know what the Liberian people did, Mr. So? Right on the football field, they had a police depot there.
Yeah.
They ranked at that police depot. Ranked at the police depot. The road going to Tema and Accra, Winema, they blocked the road. That morning, Saturday morning. Last time I said, wasting the Casaprico. Eugene Fagon was there that morning. I told Eugene Fagon, I said, Eugene Fagon, I'm leaving from here. This thing will not end well. You say, eh? I say, these people, Liberian ransacked the people police station. They blocked the road.
Oh, that Liberian, they ransacked the police station, you said?
I'm telling you. Liberian ransacked the police station and blocked the road Saturday morning. Why? They say the Ghanaian, they arrested 3 Ghanaian and 10 other people, and the Ghanaian released those people. Mr. So, I had a place on the camp. One Ghana friend, they said, my man, come in the hall, come here. Come sit down with us. Because, you know what about them, Mr. So? That whole camp, the army, they deployed the army on our, surrounding that whole camp, Mr. So. The people brought more on our camp. It was not easy. They arrested over 500 Liberians. They took them to Winneba.
I think we experienced that 2003 as well. I believe it was 2003.
So, these things, when you're doing it,
yes, sporadic stuff.
So
okay.
Yeah, but
so you know, there's too much ongoing now. It creates a lot of distractions and all of that. So, folks, these are national issues, and we just have to discuss it in a very honest fashion. Yeah, people. I mean, we can't blame the people. People get sick and tired of people. When you stay somewhere over due to, then of course, it happens to all. We went to Sierra Leone, we were there, and our own people went there. They were very open to us. Seeing people came behind us again with another fight, another trouble. They said, "Oh,
come on, dirty people."
Yeah, Labran Baba, the not a good man.
Yes.
It's correct. So, so what will happen now? What can the government of Liberia do? The Liberal.
Yeah.
What can it
So let's put some historical context onto this.
Okay, let me see here. Hold on 1 second, Liberal. Just hold your peace, because I know you're going to do it, but this is a very strong issue, be it the Cape Mounts of Ghana. Caller, I just lower your phone because we're getting the audio back. What's your name and where you calling from?
It's calling from Philadelphia.
Okay, good evening. So welcome. How are you today?
I'm very good, Mr. So. How are you?
Yeah, look, too much going on. Now the one in Liberia said we even finished with Ego. Here we are. And you know, it's human being business, friends, families, and other people. Like I was just saying, yeah, our own cousin. Not that one a bombing area there, but there are other family members still there. But let's hear you. What do you make of all of these sort of stuff that are going on, be it in Liberia or Ghana?
My take tonight is about the Liberians on the refugee camp.
Okay.
I visited the camp 2012, where the delegates from UN came down with the Ghanaians delegates, and they went to the Catholic Church to discuss the awesome that Liberians are facing today. In their midst, in that church, I spoke to Liberians. I told them, this is not a joke. in the Catholic Church. Mr. Amos Papier knows the church on the camp.
Yeah.
Liberians gathered around me, and I explained to them, I did not come with these people, but the seriousness in their face speak a lot. After that meeting, 2 of the delegates joined me with Liberians outside the church, and they made it clear of how serious they were. They even asked for my number and even came back to visit me to see how well the message went. I'm speaking because I feel so sad to the point that after that discussion, Liberians took the offer. They went home with the little token that were offered to them and came back.
Yeah.
Now, Liberians took the offer. You know,
so let's
if you have been slapped in the face, hit in the back, lay flat on your stomach, you will not wait to be disgraced naked on the street. I lived on the camp, and early morning Ghanaians came on the camp. The same story Mr. Amos explained about Liberians going in town. They came to look for somebody who took money from Ghanaians.
The general, the black men, the general.
They took all the men from in the houses and brought them on the football field.
Yeah.
In the half sun.
I think, was that 2003 or 2022?
Good.
I was there. What is player? Yeah, that 2003. It was the football field. 2003.
Exactly.
I was on the camp. That 2003.
Exactly. And that did not show Liberian the light. I made it clear for the time I spent there that do not take this lightly. But you know something, Mr. So, the people who left and went to Liberia brought a new set of people from Liberia totally the camp. Because I went back and I saw strange faces. There I knew, I said, okay, you know, everything that glitter is not gold. The reason why Ghanaians is taking the approach, that piece of land is not for the government, it's for certain family.
Yeah, yeah.
And the government is not giving them money.
Yeah.
So you are also managing property. And you expect them to come back you and give you hotel to stay in? You're making a big mistake. When you got 3 successful governments, they are praising your government around the world for peaceful election. And you sit there and say, they will give you rock and roll chair, fix your legs in the pillow. It's sad, but why can we be so stubborn? Have it like this? Why? If even Mr. So, you and I collect money tonight and rent bus, the next day they will be back. So much. They brought the paper that says sign so as you can integrate into the community. People took that piece of paper and threw it, put it in the toilet. I said, And this is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
It is not easy. It is very sad. Liberians need to go home if they can't make it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's your name again, you said? Okay. Well, thank you for your perspective. Yeah, that 2003, the poor, like some kind of dry rest in that song. I remember that on the
yes
on the field.
The women though.
Yeah,
the reason why we survived, I think the women brought water for us because people were about to pass out.
Yeah. I want general the general said our general and the coin of this. I want general the business on being business on.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to 203. Then I'll go back to 203. Are you there?
Yes.
Was that Keto?
No, this is not Keto. This is Saturday. How you doing?
Hey, Saturday. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Okay, so yeah, you guys hit the ball quick. Saturday hit the balls. Let me go to Friday. No, saying that Saturday, then I'll go to Sunday. Yeah, but let's hear you. So Saturday, what you make of what is happening?
It's something very exciting to hear the kind of news from our neighboring country, our people that are in Ghana. But by George hit it right on the head. Liberia have been on the camp there for a long time. They were consultation came about and people participated. They were asked to be repatriated, and I don't know why people. If at all you don't want to leave Ghana, you should have, go through the correct process of being integrated into the Ghanaian society.
Right.
If at all you feel to do that and things start going wrong with you, then it is on you. Now, having said this, at least the Ghanaian too supposed to know that many of the people in Liberia, they shouldn't be that drastic on the Liberian.
Oh.
But it's a story that we keep for another day. Now, back into our own country, Liberia, the regime we fight to say we need change. I think things are going bad. Our people, what they expect, it's not coming to pass. I'm very, very, very disappointed to see somebody being killed for the thing of power theft. Whereas, according to information, many of the government officials, they are the ones stealing the power and going to poor people to kill them. This is something that is very, very bad. And I hope this president really probe into that to see who are those that were on that young man and killed that man, and they are harassing people who they could even just go to them and really investigate to see whether they really stealing power.
Okay, thank you so much. The line is Boss Lane. Let me just go to Liberal. Thank you so much. Liberal Progressive, let me just bring you in here, guys. Thank you for being so patient. Tonight you ready, you're not in your Liberal move. I can see that. So hopefully it maintains that position. But look, Liberal Amos, Mr. George, he said it. You listen to the other caller. So who kicked the can down the road?
Mr. So, like I've said earlier, let's put some historical context on this. This is not the first time of Ghanaians behaving towards Liberia in such a manner. Of course, now it's a refugee camp, but if we all remember, back early in the late 60s, early 70s, Ghanaians put together and decided to deport Liberians in their hundreds. Liberians that have spent pretty much half of their lives in Ghana, some of whom were born in Ghana, some of whom you can call them Ghanaians. In fact, there are some Liberians that people used to call Ghana Boer because they were sent back to Liberia. So this is not something strange to Ghana. Now, let me go a little bit farther than this. Liberia is not a banana republic. Ghanaians have been very good to us by allowing Liberians to stay in their country this long. And correctly, as Mr. George stated, that like Ghanaians have been warning Liberians over and over to leave that camp. That is something, according to a story that I read as well, that place belonged to a private private property. And the UNHCR have told Liberians to leave long time ago. However, Mr. So, you're talking about hundreds, thousands of Liberian citizens. Now, could it be quite recently President Baka visited Ghana? Was there any conversation? Let's forget that.
Why?
Liberia foreign ministry, they do have embassies in Liberia. Were the ambassador invited to have a conversation? Were the ECOWAS community informed of the final decision of the removal of Liberians? Now, let us also understand, despite what is happening with Liberians, yes, you can say that their fault because they've been in that place for so long. Some of those people that have been asked to leave never been in Liberia before. Some of them was born right on the camp, and they are men and women on that camp now. Will you consider them Ghanaians? I don't know, and that's not my point. However, the Liberian embassy in Ghana need to reach out to the Liberian government and say that we need to somehow park them in a bus and send them back to Liberia. But at the same time, if the Liberian government have the capacity to receive those people,
they should.
Do they have place for them to go?
Yes.
They are not someone who, yeah, they might have relatives in Liberia, but some of them have never been to Liberia before. It's like taking them to a strange country. And even if the Ghanaians are telling you that, yes, indeed, we want Liberian to somehow percolate into the Ghanaians community, are Ghanaians ready to accept Liberian to take job from Ghanaians in Ghana? Are they ready to accept Liberians to go to school just like the Ghanaians kids in Ghana?
Of course, yeah.
So why even bring that up?
No, they are not.
Let me just say this. Liberians going to have to go back home. But Liberian government now need to step in and bring those people back. First thing, have a conversation with Ghanaian government to find out, because you can't pack them in Monrovia. And then you find out what county you can put them in.
Everybody
what
from
county have the capacity to even accept them.
Which county?
How this thing gonna be done, Mr. So?
Substance too.
Liberal. Okay, Ajo Yabeki, I have few people. Let me just. He will be ridiculous now. What do you mean by which county? If I were there, I will go Grand Gita. If you were there, you were going to.
No, I understand, but does Grand Gita County, does it have the capacity to take all Grand Gitans from the county?
Why do they have capacity? Why they not get no town? They not.
Oh, you're just going to take somebody that say you're from Total, go live in Total. What the person going to live at?
What am I carry you? Am I carry you to Sano? What wrong with you?
I think I come to get out of my share. Who are you on here tonight? I need to get out of my slumber.
Hold on. Let me go to this number because you better sound ridiculous now. I want to hear about you. You and people can have conversation for a minute. All right. 571-244-6697. I mean, we got to rent a face. You know, I know it's an awkward situation, but for you to say they have the capacity, if you're from the county, why you can't go there? Okay, 571. Let's hear you. 676. Yeah, what's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Julie Kia. I'm coming from Virginia.
Virginia, Mr. Kent. Good evening. Welcome. I guess you're following the conversation.
Yeah, I'm following the conversation. You're starting to make me laugh. I'm already very big up to give you laugh.
Who you very? The liberal?
It's just a liberal situation. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We talking about 2003. When I used to live on the Camp 96, the Ghana people have been fighting us for a long time because the JJ Rodi National Library was protected on the camp.
Wow.
Anybody who lived on the camp in the 90s would know because JJ Rodi were protected. When they come in, they will raid the camp 5 o'clock in the morning and carry all the men on the field. They will be on the field, they will carry them to jail. JJ Rodi have to step in Sarah's time to put stop to you and say you're leading people. I was there with J.J. Rodney King, and that time was still Muslim. Wow. But in 1996, I left the camp. Yes, the camp probably is a problem. For me personally, the liberation leave. If the person they don't want you in the place, leave. Simple something. They didn't leave. Then the liberal government step in and do something, then the person leave. But for me personally, like Mr. George was saying, the Ivorian and the Ghanaian people that are scared are very stubborn. If you remember in 1992, Kodokoro
asset.
They were fighting Ivorian people in Ghana. When the Ivorian people did, they went Ivory Coast, they jabbed the Ghanaian. The whole country was. I was there that time. They locked the whole country down. Let me tell you something. For me personally, I'm not a president of Liberia. But this situation, I would solve it by bringing my people. But don't think Ghanaians will be free in Liberia too. There are many there. If you remember, the second ship that left in 1992, after Doe passed away, we were the second people. We were the second refugee on that ship. That was the Nigerian ship that took us to Ghana. And after that, when it traveled, it continued to head back to Nigeria. So we were the second refugee. When we went there, we saw the first refugee. What we call it today, and we call police people. It was only Tafodi. And a long place, they gave everybody Tafodi were really people under the tent. So when we got there, they wanted to pour down, and they said no. We found out behind one lady called the Abba. She took us to Takrady. That's how we lived in Takrady for 2 years. Then after that, we departed and were Ivory Coast. Then we started living in Ivory Coast. But that camp, they had a problem. So now the Ghanaian people been reading that camp. They've been reading the camp. They're reading the camp.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
the area government, this is where a government comes in. When your citizens are in desperation, when your citizens, when the government gets tough and the tough gets going, you step in and you rescue. So the government of Liberia has no choice. People in the camp there did not fall from anywhere. Even if they were born in Ghana, their mothers or father were born in a particular county. Moravian, it's common they didn't. You send them into the county, or there's nothing else we can do. Thank you so much. Let me go to okay, 701 number 22442. Are you there?
Yeah, Mr. So I'm here.
Good evening. Welcome.
My name is Frocon Latro.
Hey, Mr. Latro, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I'm putting Mr. Toma.
Oh, he put in a 4 year, he put in a 4 year model to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although we the 1% people we got bored right now. We don't have the don't have the board. So if I hear you crying now, I will let you all your own people are doing. That the politicians are not trusted. You know what, you put your left on the line for them, especially like brand politicians are doing people. But let me agree with my big brother who said the thing at OH thing with Ghanaian and Liberia. It's just like the Stephen Tower essay or the old Kuta and the new Kuta issue. When they pay them off to go to the new Kuta, then they go back to the old Kuta. When the sea carried out, they say, oh, the sea carried out, the sea carried out. Then government of time. My uncle was on that camp. 2012, he took advantage of the situation then. He came home. Being a professional man today, he's teaching at the Pastor College in Grand Pastor County. That thing was overdue. No compensation for government. People are over there that the people that took advantage of after the free period of war. They said, oh, the people not coming here, they went back. That's what happened to them today. We found it, we see the human side of it, but it's hard to say, but our behavior. We don't agree with our behavior, we create our own sin. They don't want people to come to our aid. I mean, it's sad, but they have no alternative but to come. If they don't want to come, they find somewhere else to go. They will not start them or stay in your country. You're a black man. I don't tell you what to put you. Find ways to get yourself in the system. And that's what I have to say tonight.
The liberal get a bad night.
Yeah.
Okay. Latro, Mr. Latro, thank you so much. Okay, Amos George.
Yes. Look, Mr. So, let me say this. I know Labor talk about even the large people that deported from Ghana that were being Dota early days of the PRC, that was the last Liberian they deported. I can remember that time. But here's the cross of the matter. Let's be real here. I lived in Ghana for several years. I used to live in Accra. All the years I stayed in Accra, not one day I will ever stop by any police or immigration officer to ask for paper. Nobody that lives in Accra will ever tell you that. Ghana, any part of Ghana you live as a Liberian, they would never, nobody will question you to say, oh, let me see your status. It didn't happen during those days.
They help when you show articles, see for play.
Articles, you got to get ID card.
Even the boy you sleeping say on your Steve boy, you cover, they will take it.
Article, everything you got to pay. I know how much it is for a while. You got to pay that money.
That is you.
Yes, can't be like you. Ghana never bought us. We understand some amazing, politics was involved. When Roland was there, he stood up. John Nana Okofu, the camp was not bought up. Atame, the camp the camp was not bought up. All this time, they never bothered the people. Last time they did it, they say, hey, this camp, you're leave. You're free to live in Ghana. They say you're free to live in Ghana.
But not the camp.
Not the camp. They said it.
People live in Winneba, the castle.
Yes. They said the camp, no. Now, I understand what you're talking about. If it's a private event, it's a private property. All the people need to do is to go to the court. The central government cannot interfere with the court order. If the court ruled that those people are squatters, the central government cannot interfere with that order. And as I mentioned to you, election is this year, I think, in Ghana. So politics is playing part in it. So the government cannot say, oh, you can't evict the people. The land is not for the government. That's private land. And if the government made it clear that these people, you're not supposed to be here, they were done with it. The time they were protecting, they said, no, our hand is done. You now, if you stay here on your own. They told you that. I can see that he must have it. But just saying we cannot tend to blame the Ghanaian government. The people did extremely well for, even though they deported us during the 70s and late 80s. But what they did for us, you can't even look at that, the deportation. Because the amount of people that they accepted in that country. And we were not harassed how we were harassed in Ivory Coast. People on the camp were harassed because like people got involved on legal activities.
Well, basically too hard to talk.
Yeah.
What happened in Sierra Leone?
Yeah. People
by the time MPF across there, they broke loose.
People are harassed on that camp because of some Liberian attitude, criminal attitude. That's why the people start harassing people on that camp. So I would not stand there and say, oh, Ghanaian, for every children they are bad, there are some terrible Ghanaians, but they got some very decent Ghanaians. And that's why we cannot take it on those Ghanaians in Liberia because they got nothing to do with that. They are accommodated for over 20 some more years. Some people took money.
Let me read something to you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
No, hold on for it.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Back in February, oh my goodness. Hold on 1 minute. Back in, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Back in February 2018, the end of refugee status consistency mean former Liberian refugees residing in Ghana are no longer under the umbrella of UNHCR. 2018.
That's what I told you.
Why am I reading this? I know this. But the point here is this.
What point?
The point here is this. Forget about UNHCR. Where's the UN stuff? But Ghana belonged to a group of an organization that Liberia is also part of, ECWA. Let me say this. If you're going to dislodge ECWA citizens from your, in fact, we all have, if those people, if the Liberian government have the ability, they can issue ECWA passport to all Liberians in Ghana tonight, and they can stay as long as they have the visa.
But again, no.
There are two different things.
Hold on. You guys, I want to be ridiculous on this.
No.
No, Mr. Joy, please.
Don't do that.
I want to be ridiculous. No. I'm not saying that the Liberians have the right to stay in the people country.
I'm not even going that route.
But Ghana has a history. And so when they're doing these kinds of stuff, they should be called.
No, Samson.
On the line. We're not going to just... When was the last time you saw Liberia deporting Ghanaians in Liberia?
Liberia. This is not deportation.
So if you're going to do these kinds of stuff, what if Liberia decide, okay, we're going to... This is the third time.
No.
So I'm not saying we should stay there.
No, Samson.
In this.
No, Samson. Don't mislead our people. This is not deportation. The Ghanaian government told us, Liberian.
But he just read a thing.
Yes,
so why
that the Ghanaian government said every Liberian are free to live in any part of Ghana. You can go anywhere in Ghana. Now they can. They are not harassed. The Ghanaian government is not deporting Liberians. Don't draw that scenario. The Ghanaian government is not deporting Liberians. The property there is a private owned property. The government of Ghana had told us long time ago that you want to disintegrate the society. It's up to you. You can do it, but I can't. You have to leave. They didn't go there and grab people and say, we're sending you back to Liberia. They are not deporting us. But we are squatters. The UN said we had 3 elections. For God's sake, 3 successful elections. Why would you be in a country when you're not doing anything there? Or even if you're doing something, then you can live anywhere. And the people gave you the option to say you can live anywhere. But the message you want to send is like the deporting Liberians. That if Liberia would know, they're not deporting Liberians. The government of Ghana is not deporting anybody.
Nobody even listening to the thing you're talking about.
No, so we have to face the reality. It is sad that it's happening, but we have to take full responsibility of what is happening to us. And I said,
so who's supposed to take the responsibility?
Liberian government.
Your government, your own people.
How do they do it? Do they do it Liberian government to Liberian citizen or Liberian government through the Ghanaian?
No, but the Ghanaian government is not detaining anybody.
I understand that. But when you start breaking people's houses down.
No, Mr. So stop it.
So what if it start raining tonight?
That's not the point yet.
Where do they go?
No.
Stay in the rain? Is that what you guys want to preach? Yeah?
Ridiculous. When they make it from country.
Pa Joyce, one second. Let me bring the color here. This guy, he tries to give people headache here. Wait a minute, when it rain, you find umbrella.
When someone spotted when they're baking, they ask them where they're going.
Okay, let's go to the color here. Let's see this color. Color, sorry, 215 color. Are you there?
Yes, I'm right.
Okay, what's your name and where you calling from?
This is Tom. I'm actually frustrated over what Mr. Toh just said. That's why I called back.
Oh boy.
Mr. Toh, I'm really disappointed in what you just said about Ghanaians too need to remember that they too can be sent back. Ghanaians are good people. And Ghanaians help Liberians a lot. You making such statement right now, you are not sending the rightful message to Liberians. You own properties in Liberia. And if somebody walk into your property, as I look at you now sitting in that chair with the African shirt on, you will start screaming your shirt off for you to run to that person. You want to claim your right.
Yeah, Paramount Chief and Tota.
So stop it. Do not invoke violence in the people in the wrong way.
Oh, God.
I mean, if our brothers and sisters are outside there and the weather change, I mean, the weather is the weather. I really like you, but the point you made just now just made me feel bad. Like, how can he say that? The Ghanaians are not wicked people. The Liberians made a wrong choice. They had deaf ear to the message. Listen to Mr. Amos and Mr. So. This is something that they're giving you.
Conservative. They are conservative, my brother.
People going to school. Man, I went to Legon. Let me tell you something.
Don't make me talk something else, Sansi. I will talk.
When Bishop Mawe was there, when Bishop Mawe, when Mane were Mali, Mali was PR for Mr. Maria when you were going to Legon. Liberians graduated from Ghana into the technical school in the West End.
Ambrose Ma, the former director of LBS. Ambrose Ma or he graduated from Legon.
That government property. This is a family thing. Mr. To, I'm begging you to please accept this understanding. It's a family thing. That's some other property. You can't be squatting on some other property without a permission.
So Amos Joyce, I said, let's ask him here. When they took your property in total, why you didn't leave it with them? You took them to court.
Good. That's a good question.
Look,
Mr. To,
no, I didn't want to go there. He went and got a lawyer.
Yeah.
He went and got a lawyer.
You Bobo, you can't hear what I say.
It's sad. Nobody is happy. But
Mr. So, let me disabuse this young man. I agree with all his point, and he's correct. But here's what I'm saying. Ghana and Ghanaians are known for their behavior of kicking Liberia out of the country.
This is different.
This is not different.
No.
Now, let me
That's
give
why,
it to you.
Liberians
that live in Ghana, at this point, no more war. We have had 3 successes of government and election. Liberians should be at home by now.
So
let me finish, Mr. So. The reason they're there right now, I don't agree with them, but they're staying there.
What's your position,
Mr. So? However, the fact that Ghanaians government will recognize them as Liberian, and the fact that Liberia belongs to ECOWAS, the respect and they do the good thing is to again inform the foreign ministry, inform the Liberian embassy, and say go on the camp and let the people know. So we're giving them 1 or 2 more days for them to leave. Then you don't just get up in the morning. These are human beings.
No, Mr. To, stop it.
They have not murdered anybody in Ghana. They have not killed anybody in Ghana. They have that's fine. I give it to you. But if you go to start breaking people's houses, these are Liberians. I'm a liberal. I'm not going to
care. I don't care about you being a liberal. I don't care about you being a liberal.
I don't agree with that. Ghana, they have the right to stay in the people.
No.
But we must do things with dignity. They are Liberians. They are not rogues. They are not thieves. They didn't kill anybody. If you want to send them back home, follow through the
Mr.
channel.
You are making the wrong. What you saying
into accepting the ideas of father.
Mr. To, what you saying here, you are wrong. What you're trying to portray here is wrong. It's not the Ghanaian government that breaking this property. It's not the Ghanaian government. Stop saying that. That's a wrong message you're sending. It's not the Ghanaian government.
Very wrong message you're sending.
It's a wrong message you're sending. It's not the Ghanaian government. That's a private property. If even it was a Ghanaian government,
where's the court order? Where is the court order? Where is the court order?
Hold on.
Where is the court order?
Sansinto, you're not helping the solution.
To you.
Sansinto, you're not helping the solution. I try to tell you, you don't know the history of that camp. You don't know.
I want
to know the history of that camp.
I was told.
You don't know the history of that camp. What I'm trying to tell you, or what I'm trying to tell you here, don't try to mix the thing that the Ghanaian government is.
You are a moderator, Mr. So. You're not here to tell people all the tabata and the liquor talk. You are a moderator. Stay at your position.
But I just want to tell you, people, you're sending the wrong message.
Oh man,
the wrong message. What you need to do is to call Monrovia and tell the government of Liberia to send buses to get the.
What a ferry? I will get 1 ferry.
No, the buses will be much cheaper because what is happening they're not happening in isolation.
No, but I mean,
the government told the Ghanaian government told like the UN people receive money. The UN people receive money. There are people who are not here every week they go to Liberia to come back. They put in Liberia and I can't.
The letter that sent me these videos, right?
Thousands something that were given to each person to go back home.
$1,500?
Yes.
Even the letter that I sent there, I mean, my phone here is just the video picture, some of the side. And she said she used to live on that camp.
Yeah.
And after they went through the integration, I mean, like you said, people don't go to school. Her daughter now is a satisfied surveyor. She just being commissioned, and she's working now. She said she left. She in how you put it, Winneba. Some of them were smart. They saw this thing coming. So whatever came, they said they were going. So they took something what they decided to do because the people said it, and we had a same experience other places. Once that cut-off period is over, you want to stay, you stay, but you will be integrated. You can live in the country. There will be no longer. But you just read the thing right here. Why you want to rewrite history?
Mr. No, he want to blend it like
Mr. George, hold on, Mr. George, hold on. Two of you cannot be tight team on me here tonight and without me responding. Let me just tell you that I'm a liberal, I'm not a conservative. And so when these things happen, as a human being, I have to come on the side of humanity.
Ferry in Grand Ferry. Where was it? That's the time for the ferry to work now. You know, when
Mr. Toro, don't misconstrue.
No, I gotta tell him something now too, so that he will get back in his share. Because since he want to be ridiculous, I can be more ridiculous. It is time. We need more rescue now. That's the time to rescue your citizen. You know why? You know what made the United States a powerful nation on earth? When you touch one of their citizens, they will go there. So it's time, and that's what I was telling you. See why I was telling the man to start dancing? The time he was taking to dance, he was supposed to be educating people to tell people what is right. But
the show has been a wonderful show.
You want to run away now?
Come on, man. Don't go, man.
Liberal progressive. Oh man, he's a pig in the
We all got feelings. I got a friend on the camp now. I got a friend on the camp.
On a serious note, what can the government do?
Mr. Stone, that's all.
No, I mean, what about
the UN, what they call it in Liberia, the disaster management, whatever. Let us send buses to get the people. That's all.
You know, this is where a government that is of the people, for the people, by the people. This is a time that's supposed to shine. And so this is what I stated earlier from the very beginning, that people have hijacked the process. Mr. So, I think the like of the foreign minister who have served, from the bottom, let's put it that way. I think this is the time the foreign minister needs to shine, to step in and make sure that, like, I'm sure if they ask the UNHCR for help, they will be able to help them. Clear the Liberians off the camp before next week ends. Or there will be some serious problems. We need to get that together quickly.
I told you, the president, the foreign minister, is in contact with the ambassador in Ghana and the Ghanaian government. I think they're working on modality. All we got to say now, that is send car to get the people.
I know a Liberian who is ahead of transportation. He is on that camp. They call him McIntosh. He's the head of transportation right on that camp. If they want buses to take Liberians to Liberia, if you give that man, I know his number, everything. If you give that man a call, he runs the big transportation business on the camp. McIntosh, if you call him and say, organize buses to get Liberians there, it's easy. I'm telling you, in 2 hours, buses will be lined up and people will be in the buses to help back home. This is not hard. All the government need to do is let the people go home peacefully.
And Mr. School, let me tell you, if you send anybody on that camp, you talk to 50%, 35 they say they didn't want to go back to Liberia. I'm telling you.
You don't have a choice if they're not working.
But here is the thing. This is, you see, this if you move under stress, under these sort of strange and high conditions, it makes it very difficult. Those who took time to move, they committed and received them, they were well integrated. But now with this situation, I don't care you have $1,000, they will not even want to take you.
No.
Yes.
They will not want to take you. Or the price will be triple then they will create a situation where you will not even be accommodated.
Be afforded, yeah, you will afford it.
I get it. I see the human side.
I come and put fence. I come and put fence around my property.
No, not put fence. No. I see
Nobody
the
from
human
Ghana
side.
can stay there.
I see the human side. But the reality here is we take things for granted sometimes.
Yes.
We take things for granted. So this is it now. And one thing I'm stressing that Mr. Toh got to be real. We cannot blend it into the Ghanaian government. No, it's not a Ghanaian government.
We cannot blame the Ghanaian government.
Can't blame them. And Ghanaians in Liberia, look, it had been Liberian nature from 1847. Yeah, Liberia had never deported any other national from that country.
What's about Ghana?
Hold on now, Mr. So. It had been Liberian nature. That country had never deported any group of citizens from that country. In fact, Liberia is known for accommodating people. All the Sudanese who are in Liberia, which in talking about all the people in those Liberia as refugees. All the Sudanese who are in Liberia teaching talking about everything, they came to Liberia as refugees.
Yeah, we have one guy there, man. What did he say again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So all the people, they came to Liberia.
Someone, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a solution.
Probably begging and nursing that all already the people carry Liberian passport. So Liberia had always been the home of refuge. Ghanaian, yeah, I think on three occasions, Ghana had deported Liberians. Yes, I see it, but this one is an extra case. But when we were in need, Ghana took us.
Yeah.
When we were in need.
But let me Mr. George, I understand. But Ghana also benefited for Liberians staying there. There are many Ghanaians in the diaspora today because of Liberia.
Mr. Toh.
Don't act like Ghana didn't benefit.
So
Ghana benefited from Liberia staying in that place. Make that point as well.
No, Mr. Toh. What you're talking about, it was not the land in question. It was the Ghanaian government that took that enforcebly and put us there.
Yes.
Yeah, because they wanted something in return.
Mr. Toh is not what they wanted something in return. They were not forced to do it.
Yeah, guy, you shouldn't get.
You have to understand. They were not forced. The government of Ghana was not forced to do it. The Ghanaian government was not forced to accommodate us. They did it for all those years. And I will always say this. There are every group you find there are bad people. There are some bad Ghanaians. There are some bad Liberians.
The Ghana government for what it did for Liberia?
What?
There are some bad Liberians. There are some bad Ghanaians.
The government.
You have a look at the greater good. What the people did for us at that time. I forget about those people they deported. I forget about because what they did for us.
Well, whatever. I'm not going to accept your idea.
Yeah. You don't have to accept my idea, but I just want to let us make sure what we're seeing, because from what you're trying to push it around, you want to blame the Ghanaian government for this. No, don't blame the Ghanaian government. Well, it is your right to say anything, but I would say no, because people were being told, they were informed. They had meeting with people. They can ask me, you want to go here, we'll give you the package to go.
My events, nobody did not just want to do that.
That picture, Mr. So, that picture, you saw any Ghanaian army around there? In the picture, you see Ghanaian army there? You see any army there?
Okay, but he himself, the other guy, he said no government will. So it means the people, the community, because even was it last year, just before that time, even there was a representation from the government. The chiefs, they've been having this thing. It's been a long time though. It's been a long time.
Yeah, last year, I think last year, the chief, last year for land, they had
from America, the Ghanaians, they all went there. 2002. I was in a Catholic church when they went there.
I don't know. It is sad, but our people, we just got to do the right thing.
Now
we got to do the right thing, and they were not expecting.
So let's find a solution here before we go home. Liberal, what's the communication to your government? What can they do now? They are citizen in
well, Ghana is a sovereign country.
Dr. Bakar.
So I'm not in our mood tonight. Ghana is a sovereign country. Ghana has a government, and the Ghanaians government and its people, if they feel that that property, which everyone been saying that it's a private property, and you cannot squat on private property. I do agree, but my thing is it just brought back some bad memories of Ghanaians forcibly removing Liberians and keeping Liberian property after they were deported. So I'm not in any mood to sympathize with Ghana behavior. However, I think our brothers and sisters that are in Ghana, I think it's about time you even make yourself much more relevant by finding your own way to get out and find your way out. Liberia, you are Liberian. You live in Ghana. It's not your home, and you're there living. What's a much more if you go home? You can do better. In fact, I will encourage all of you, even if you are not from Grand Gida, go to Grand Gida. All of you, please go to the southeast. We need voters. Go to the southeast. Register.
Yeah.
And then the numbers of voters will be more, and people will pay attention to us. Mr. So, I'm not eating this crowd with shame. So I will encourage my brothers and sisters, if they ask where you want to go, say you want to go to the southeast. You got no place in Monrovia. Monrovia is congested.
So who they're going to go for who?
Go there. One last thing I want to say before I say good night to you, Mr. So. What is happening in Liberia right now with the two incidents, the one in Grand Cayman County and the light situation today? It really shook me. I was in tears this evening when that lady was talking about her husband. This is that young lady. This is not something that we should take lightly. So the government, I don't know what role the government can play in these kinds of stuff, but we'll look up to the government. We believe in this government. We know this government have the ability to deliver. However, there are certain elements within the government, I believe, that have now get into the hijacking of the government and its parliament. We will fight them. Once I can clearly identify them, Mr. So I will call names once I can identify them. But at this point, I cannot identify them because I'm only looking for reading from articles and what have you, and their behavior upsetting. That's what I'm going to say. Other than that, it's been a wonderful, wonderful Friday afternoon. Thank you very much, Mr. George. Mr. So, thank you very much. And the audience, you don't have to agree with me. I'm a liberal. I am not here for kumbaya. I will be truthful and I will speak my mind. That's what I'm supposed to do. Another thing, I'm a liberal. The other gentleman says he's disappointed me. That means I'm a good liberal. Because if I'm static, and because that's what conservatives, they don't move. But we liberal, we move from point to point. So you don't have to agree with us. Thank you very much, Mr. So. Good night. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I will talk to you after the show. Thank you very much.
What a rock you.
Look, Mr. So, let me say something. And listen to, this kid Martin we're talking about. Again, now what coming out? This thing will have to hold everybody responsible. The tribal people, the country people, they are part of the problem. The chiefs are all part of the problem. What I heard today, that before the Senate, before the election, they called people or they brought document that the company was living up to the obligations signed by chiefs and people from the area. Now, how can the people in the area concerned say these people are living up to the obligations? The people who did the chief, not the people that they can say, and the people say yes.
There's no any legal binding. That's the whole thing about it.
So if you say that the people are living under the contractual agreement, then your citizens come and say, oh no. So it means that those people are conniving with the construction people, the company. So it's not just the people in Morovia. The local people who call themselves tribal leader and things are also part of that cartel.
Yes, Pat George.
Are part of the cartel. So we have to start calling these people, the local chiefs are part of the cartel. Because they will go, few people go and collect small money and they say, you're signing it, but they sign it. Now when they go to the Senate, they say, well, yeah, the government, the people are, you see the local people, they all sign, the chief all sign, they say the people are living under the contractual agreement. Now, when they present that people, how can you say no, they're not living up to it?
Well, look,
so you see, this corruption,
guys,
it's from all over the country. The people who in the villages are part of it, and the people who tend to be level-headed are all part of it. It is sad again.
It's an organized crime in itself.
That one says a cartel. It is sad that people, innocent people will be killed, and citizens continue to suffer, and few group of people continue to get rich. And I hope we should start looking at it differently now. Because what is going on in Kidmore is the same problem around the country. So I just want to say, yes, it is wrong for these people, for the company to come. And also, it's wrong for the local people and people who are senators, representatives, that will go back and connive with these people to deprive majority of the people. So we have to start the way we doing business in Liberia. And that LEC thing, let me come on that LEC thing.
Yeah, quickly before we go.
Monica thing. Mary Bro, you are a consultant to LEC. You are a consultant. But you leading a group to beat someone to death. And the story I heard today, I hope Greco Coma already investigated that police officer. I heard that a police officer was hitting this young man with a helmet. And they dragged this guy. And I hope the people should have video of those things so they can present it to the Senate or to Greco Coma. If anybody got any video of people handing that man to death, forward that video to Greco Coma. Forward that video to Greco Coma. Let everybody involved be brought to book to show cause why you will beat someone to death for power theft. What right you have? If people that got videos, let us send that video to Greco Coma. Let us see it.
All right. Caller, are you there? You get a final statement?
Yes. A point of correction to Pat George. The guy that was giving the story, he said the person with the helmet was not a police officer. It was the LEC the power theft guys there. That's the person who hit the man on the head with a helmet. That's the point of correction. That's why I want to correct was.
Okay, maybe I'll go back and look at the video. But even we say that a police officer not supposed to be a person that someone is hitting someone with anything because that's why he did. That's his job to stop people from hitting. Because if anybody is accused of any crime, you have no right. With police person, you can't hit that person. The police is supposed to protect that person. So even if they stay with that, that doesn't give him a leeway.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's
all right.
The kind of new government, we pray that Liberia will change, but it seems to be like all our prayer and everything just going down the drain, man. You know, it's good speaking with you people, but with what are happening this few days, some of us, we are just not happy. We're thinking that this country will be, our new government will be for the people, but looking at the state want to drag the people into the mud. Thank you, Alfonso.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, yeah, every day something different comes out, which is so sad. Deliberate. Thank you so much. Don't give up. We are in a challenging times, and when these things come, what we do is stay in the face and we talk about it. Okay, so Yes, that's what we're supposed to do.
I don't know why people. I don't know why people everything they let it give up. Everything. Oh, I try to give up. Now I gave up. Oh, I want to give up. What can I do? Are you people? So how
we're
you
not
run the
1%.
country?
That's why it can hurt us.
Eh?
You probably got no feeling. You 1%. So what's that to hurt you?
I'm very sympathetic.
You see, you rather come back to you now.
Yeah, I'm very sympathetic. I have empathy for people, but I speak reality.
That Mr. George. I want to level, but you don't get that.
I mean, look, let me tell you the joke today starts into. I just forgot to put that video in the place there. They see Liberian people. The people cleaning the gutters. They got a yellow machine from here, we were cleaning the water, taking the dirt from the gutter, putting it on the side. They got a guy there who was a supervisor thing and told the people nobody should pass on this side because the truck will come in to collect the dirt. Do you know? I know the guy, the war with the guy. How you doing here? Or why are you stopping people? The guy said, you see that machine? It's going down and taking the dirt, putting it on the side. The truck will come in and they will load it for the truck to go. So that's why we stop people not to pass that, but pass the world around. You know what the guy told the guy? What fortitude you have?
Mm-hmm.
It's a sedition.
So the guy said,
it's a sedition. You grew up with Akara Gray and Jefferson Kochi.
Yeah, what the guy told him, the guy said, I don't understand what he said. What a meaning. He asked the man, then the guy said, oh, I don't understand what you mean. He said, you ought to know the meaning. So the guy said, no, I don't know the meaning of what fortitude mean.
You spoke your word, you know you want to ask somebody.
So then, he left it. The guy to say, so then he told the guy that human rights violation. Mm-hmm. The guy said, look at the machine. The transport, then you tell me that human rights violation for safety. He said, no, but I want to tell you that human rights violation, that's why I saw Yakino ask why you stopping everybody. You stopping the people from passing that's the rights. And these are some of the things we're talking about, the mentality of young people in Liberia. That country needs special healing.
Yeah.
I don't know what would take to change the people mentality of that country. But that was what is your fortitude?
Yeah. All right, Lpr, thank you so much. Pa George, thank you for being here, and to all our viewers. It is what it is. We just gotta pray. People, they just gotta. The government just have to step in. There's nothing. Your citizens. That's where, people don't want you there. Go and get the people.
Yeah, but still, not the people don't want you there. The people give you option.
No, I mean they don't need you there no more. People, we can't come here and just throw everything down the hill and say, hey, they've been the bad people. People, you know what it means to host people for years and years? Some of these things let other countries, a lot of things happen.
From 1989, 1990, up to this time. Come on, man. That be real. And the people told you, say, look, you can go and live any part of the country, move from the place, go and live any part you want to go. Why you decide to stay on a particular place when the people told you, say, if you stay, it will not be responsible for you. Go, you want to move anywhere, you can move there. What is the need?
Good night,
the guy who knew buses now that new company from Aricos now in Liberia, they can just send it. Oh yeah. There's a new company in Liberia. They say, when I go Liberia, they say $50 from Liberia to Aricos. Air conditioning, internet, everything.
Well, so then we'll take a cool ride. Okay, Pa George, thank you so much, and by God's willing, we'll be back here.
Okay.
We'll monitor what is happening from the play. Our guy is in Cape Town. Who knows? We're going to see whether we can get some information on that tomorrow as well. Folks, thank you so much, and have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye. So it is what it is. It's time that national government, the representative, the senator, our people. Yeah, that's the people having these issues now. It's time for them to step in. We empower people for 9 years, 6 years. These people, they all have to humiliate their own people. So it's a tough one. Folks, have a pleasant evening. Terry, hopefully you're doing great. We'll give you a buzz right after the program. I guess it'll be time call up with you this evening. Let's see here.
These are food people cooking and drinking to give them to eat because nowhere to even stay and cook.
Yeah, look at these children, kids. I don't know. This is just a difficult one. But we just pray that our national government will step in and people themselves will see reason. The people say they don't want you in the place. I know it's hard. We all were in there. It's like, you're there, there are expectations, hope that something will happen eventually while there to travel. So sometimes we all used to be stubborn when people say go and say, no, I'm not going, something going to happen. But I think it's just overdue. If it is not working, you can make your way back home. And this is where the government, national leaders, not just on the central government, local government, at the county level, senators, representatives, it is time to step in for their people. These are some of the things. People should have a long-term goals. This whole, I don't even know whether the repatriation commission. Yeah, I think they reappointed somebody the other day. It's time for them to get a work to as well. Your citizens, you can't, whether their actions were deliberate, whether they did it on purpose, whether they didn't listen to, you can't reject or neglect them. You just have to attend to them. And perhaps they can do it. That's why we have a disaster management committee. Obviously, everybody cannot go to Monrovia, but they can create a scenario like, okay, we identify these people, you're from this county, we'll take you to your county. I mean, it is what it is. Folks, thank you so much and have a pleasant evening. This is something we all got to deal with, but by the grace of God, we will triumph as a people and as a nation. Have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.